Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary Rules Editor for the NCAA. Today we're continuing our series of training videos for 2025, and we're going to be featuring game action from Week 8. Now, before we get into our video, a couple things. First, I want to report out on our plays per game and scoring. We're averaging 176 plays per game this season. That's about a half a play up from last year, but down 4.5 plays per game since 2022 when we instituted the new first down timing rules. Now, our scoring average is 57.3. That's been very consistent over the past couple of years, and it's only down 1 point per game since 2022. But when we talk about plays per game, we have to be ready every snap. Don't take a play off. Make sure every play you do your pre-snap routine and then concentrate and be ready for the next play. Also, we're getting deep into the year now, but don't let up on your preparation. It's important that you continue to do your rules study, your mechanics study, do your quiz every week. That's so important. Get your crew ready to go every week. With that, let's get on into our video.
Our first play this week is 3rd and 17, and we're going to get a quick pass out to the wideout. The defense stops the play, but we're going to get a flag down from our umpire. Now, the officials get together, and we're going to discuss it, and we come back with personal foul, unnecessary roughness on number 57 on the offense. And as we go back and take a look, we see number 57, he blocks and he knocks his opponent to the ground, but then he's going to go in and punish this opponent. And this is a foul, no question, for unnecessary roughness. By rule, we know that if a player is on the ground like this, then that player is also considered defenseless. Now, replay is going to stop the game to review this hit for a potential targeting foul. And as we see, number 57, he lowers his head, he attacks the opponent, so we have an indicator, and then there's forcible contact to the head or neck area of this defenseless opponent. So replay can confirm all three aspects of targeting, and we're going to add targeting to the personal foul, and number 57 is disqualified. Play 2 is 3rd and 2. The quarterback's going to fake, and he keeps the ball, sweeps around right in, and as he approaches the line to gain, he's going to lower his backside with his feet out front, and then he twists and falls right to the line to gain. Now, you see the headline judge coming in, getting a spot short of the line to gain. Now, this slide by the quarterback is not a conventional slide, but we would kill the play when he lowers his backside with his feet out front here, and we'd give him protection. We know that the ball is declared dead when the ball carrier begins the feet first slide, but the rule goes on to say if the ball carrier simulates or fakes a feet first slide, the ball is declared dead as well. And this was a slide with feet to the boundary. It was a little awkward, but good judgment to put this player down on this type action. And we may have been a little generous with the spot here, but the quarterback was down clearly short of the line to gain, and it was a good alert to recognize this as a slide. Play 3, and we're going to have to piece together the video to show the impact of this here, but the offense started their series at the 35 after a free kick out of bounds, so we know the line to gain is precisely the 45-yard line. Now, on the second down play, we see our line judge, he gets a good spot just short of the 45, bringing up 3rd down. And now, as we look down the line, we can see the snapper has kicked the ball forward, and it's already at the line to gain, which backs the defense up. And we see the headline judge is coming in, he's killing the clock, and we're going to get an announcement by our referee.
The ball be respotted to the original spot. Center, move the ball forward. We're moving it back. 3rd down.
Now, we know in our officiating standards, number 11 in the line of scrimmage section, it states that the snapper should not be permitted to move the ball forward over the line to gain or the goal line. If that happens, the play should be shut down, the ball reset, and the player and the coach both warned. And a foul for false start shall be considered after this warning. This was well managed by the crew. Play 4, the quarterback drops back. He scrambles out to the right. He's going to throw long downfield. The ball is brought in by the receiver, but the ruling on the field by our field judge is going to be incomplete. Now, as we go back and look, and replay is going to stop the game to review the potential catch. From our first look, we can see that the left toe comes down first. The right foot is still in the air, so our focus is on that left foot. And as we go back and look down the boundary, that left foot, the toe clearly hits first in bounds, but by rule, we know that if in the normal stepping motion, if the heel then lands out of bounds, the foot is considered out of bounds and there's no catch. And that's precisely what happens here. Now, if the receiver is able to toe tap or if he can drag the toe, it would be considered in bounds. But in any normal stepping motion, we know that the foot is considered out of bounds if the heel hits out, and the receiver, then he didn't get a body part down, so replay will uphold the ruling of incomplete pass. Good job in replay, good job on the field. Play 5, the quarterback drops back. He's wrapped up by a rushing defender, and he's going to get the ball away as he's stumbling. And the throw is while the quarterback is still in the tackle box. But he has a receiver in the area, so good judgment here, no grounding. Now, there's 2 points of note I want to make on this play. First, we know that by rule, it's illegal and considered roughing the passer when the quarterback is in a passing posture and a defender hits the quarterback forcibly in the knee area or below. But we also know it's not a foul, and it's an exception to the rule if the defender grabs or wraps the opponent in an attempt to make a conventional tackle without forcibly using their head or shoulder. So good judgment here. This is not a foul, no roughing the passer. But replay is going to stop the game to review this. And as you can see, the quarterback, he's stumbling and he is down just before releasing the pass. So replay, they're going to overturn the call on the field and put the quarterback down. And that spot is for a loss of 7 yards. Play 6, the offense has 4th and goal. They have the jumbo package in, and the quarterback is going to turn and hand to number 56, who plows into the end zone, and the headline judge rules touchdown. Now, we've had a lot of conversation on this play. It is 4th down, and our 4th down fumble rule is in effect. And as we look at the replays, we can see that the handoff is not clean, and number 56 doesn't gain immediate control of the ball, and then ultimately he gains control and he's in the end zone. Now, we all know our 4th down fumble rule was put into the game to prevent intentional fumbles on 4th and short or 4th and goal situations. Now, if we rule this a fumble, we know that only the fumbler can recover in advance, and the player last in possession, if there's an unsuccessful execution of the handoff, is the fumbler. But here, this was ultimately a successful handing, and that's our standard. We don't want to have a microscopic examination of every handoff or potential bobble. So only if there's a clear, unsuccessful execution of an attempted handing, like the ball hitting the ground, we would then have a fumble. But here, we would say ultimately this handing was successful and the 4th down fumble rule would not apply, and this is a touchdown. Play 7, the offense is backed up late in the game. The score is tied, and they're going to hand off to the back, who drives forward, and it appears he gets out of the end zone back into the field of play. Now, our line judge is coming in, and he's going to make the ruling of a safety. Now, replay is going to get involved in this, and we get a look right down the line, and we can see that the ball, and remember, we know that the entire ball must get out of the end zone to avoid the safety. It's clear the ball does not get out. It doesn't get all the way out. The knee hits down before the ball is out. It really never comes out of the end zone. So replay quickly upholds the call of a safety, and these 2 points turn out to be the difference in the game. So great job of recognition on the field by our line judge. Well done. Our last play this week is late in the game, and the kicking team is going to try an onside kick. Now, the kick is away, is straight up the middle, and the receiving team makes a clean recovery. But we're going to get 2 flags down from our crew. And as we go back and take a look from the end zone, we see as the kicker hustles downfield, he is blocked hard by number 70 of the receiving team. Now, the crew gets together to discuss the play, and we know there are 2 rules in play here. First, by rule, the kicker of a free kick cannot be blocked until he has advanced 5 yards. And this block is just beyond 5 yards, so there's no foul there. And also, the kicker is considered a defenseless player in the act or just after kicking the ball, during the kick, or during the return. So the kicker is defenseless, but there's no targeting here because the forcible contact is to the chest and not into the head or neck area. So ultimately, the crew picks up the flags and there's no foul on this block against the kicker. As a crew, we must always stay alert to this type action on the kicker. Well, that's it for our plays this week, and let's use them as a crew to get better. Now, we want quality fouls, nothing technical, make it be there. And let's make sure we have good whistle control. Make sure you see the ball down before you blow your whistle. Always be deliberate in ruling on a fumble. Let's get a beanbag down on every fumble. And preventive officiating will go a long way, and your winning words with players and coaches as well. Let's make sure we display our integrity, courage, and poise throughout the contest, be mentally and physically ready to work, and keep hustling throughout the game. Best of luck.